Hello, my beautiful Capricorns. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome back. Welcome to my channel. I'm Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the views, likes, and subscribes. I appreciate all of you, and I am so very grateful. Thank you so much. All right, for this coming week, this is going to be posted on Friday, July 10th. We are using the Wisdom of the Oracle to open your reading and the Angel Wisdom Tarot by Radleigh Valentine. I didn't even realize that wisdom was in the title of both of these decks until I finished my first reading for this week. And I was like, wow, Spirit just guides me to what deck to choose. And I didn't even realize. So I think all of us are going to need some wisdom to get through the week following July 10th or whenever you come to this message. If the title caught your eye, don't worry about the dates. It's fine. Please remember this is a collective reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Oh, whoops. Forgot. Got to talk about the new moon in Cancer coming up on Tuesday, July 14th. Cancer is a water sign, therefore emotions. And it's going to bring about maybe some situations with home, family, and that could be very emotional, right? Bringing in this, the Cancer energy, bringing in the Cancer energy that is coming in with this new moon. Oh my goodness. So this is also happening during a Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is not always a bad thing, right? But it can bring around previous loves, previous relationships, previous co-workers. They could come back around during a Mercury retrograde. It can also bring about previous or past projects, things that you started that aren't finished. It's okay to finish things in Mercury retrograde, not great to start something new during that time. Also could bring about mechanical difficulties with computers and phones and things like that. I've already had that myself. So, yeah, this could be a very emotional time, but also it's a time to be honest about your emotions. Be honest with yourself and others about your emotions, okay? So, new moon in Cancer, Tuesday, July 14th. All right, now we're ready for this. Wisdom of the Oracle brings in number 11, a master number. And this card is by the book. So you see the depiction here is the elephants marching larger to smaller, maybe daddy, mama, and baby, but whatever it is, they're in order and they're exactly the same. So that's kind of like by the book, by the rules, right? You see the oracle's face here in the elephant's blanket. All right, let's see what the channeled message is. I love Colette Baron Reid's decks. They are so beautiful, so insightful. Abiding by social rules. I wanted to say abiding by social norms, even as I was looking at the word rules. So abiding by social norms and social rules. Conformity. Respecting cultural or family customs and universal laws. Okay, so you may be challenged by wanting to go outside the norm in your social situations this week, my beautiful Capricorns, but it's not advisable, right? So this card, 11, is a very powerful number. And I would heed the advice of this card by sticking with the norms and the rules of society. I don't know who's going to be challenged by this, but I feel like somebody is going to almost have to bite their tongue not to say something. So just keep that in mind, my beautiful Capricorns. All right, let's face the camera down and get some tarot. All right, here we go. Using this Angel Wisdom Tarot deck by Radleigh Valentine. These cards, every tarot deck has basic meanings, but each deck that is not the original and is channeled has a different feel. Oh my gosh, the first card came out and went right on the floor. Oh, goodness gracious. It's the Knight of Wands. Fire energy, action, passion. So starting out with some action here this week, Knights are forward moving, right? And then you have the Page of Swords, truth element, right? Pages are messengers. Let's see. They also can be novices, right? Now that in this deck, that page has a ton of blue butterflies all around him. He's also wearing blue sneakers. So blue, I don't know why they're drawing my attention to that. But blue could play a big role in something this week. Maybe blue is your favorite color and they just want you to know to pay attention that this is your reading. But for some reason, blue is coming up. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh, you have the Page of Swords followed by the Ace of Swords. Some sort of new beginning that you want to have truth in. It wants to be a new beginning in truth. Swords are communication. So, yeah, you have two communicate. First, you have the Knight, this action, passion, Knight moving forward. And then you have those communication cards. Then you have the Four of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. One more card, please, for our beautiful Capricorns. Thank you, Spirit. There it is. Another page. Okay, so messages could be trying to get in. I feel like for you Capricorns, this week is going to be big on communication. And remember how we had that being careful in social situations to bite your tongue when you shouldn't maybe get into an argument or a disagreement. Okay, so Knight of Wands. What I was going to say is, so when he channeled this, he put a lot of messages in these cards right there for us to see. So this is his interpretation, his channeled message. Knight of Wands, passion, action, passionate, confident, charismatic, restless. Events requiring immediate action. Trust your instincts. Stay focused. It could also be a passionate relationship. All right, Capricorn, so whichever of this applies to you or you feel in your gut, oh, it's about this for me, right? You're going to know. Each and every one of you will know which part of that Knight of Wands is for you. Page of Swords. Look at that. Isn't that cute? That's a young boy sitting on a stump with all those blue butterflies. He has this huge sword in his hand. Come on, focus, please. Logical, perspective, insightful, or blunt. Yeah, this is about communication. So could be some blunt communication. And remember about the social situations. An exciting intellectual challenge, brilliant insights, information that you need but might be challenging to receive. Yeah, that goes right along with that social norms message. Oh, gosh. Review all documents carefully. Okay, sword, one sword, truth. Logical, perspective, insightful, or blunt, right? An exciting intellectual challenge and brilliant insights. Information that you need but might be challenging to receive. And then you have this Ace of Swords. Archangel Chamuel here with this card. Brilliant ideas that may need refinement. Overcoming obstacles with faith that everything will work out. Communicate clearly and concisely. Remain objective. I really think both of these cards harken back to that by the book, right? Brilliant ideas that may need refinement. Something challenging that may be hard to hear, right? You may have a brilliant idea and somebody's like, I don't know, maybe you should tweak it this way or that. Don't argue with the person. Take in the information and feel into it to see what you think is the right thing to do. And then you have this Four of Earth, Four of Pentacles. This is one of my favorite images in the deck. It shows this lovely lady here with her green velvet gown. She has one pentacle in her hand so she can buy that emerald ring, but she's holding back. She's got 2 pentacles on her wallet and 1 on her dress. Managing your resources wisely. Extremes in how you give or receive money, time, or emotions. So you don't want to overgive. So 4s are about balance, right? I'm sorry. 4s are about stability or stagnation. It is kind of about balance too, but you don't want to be too extreme in your spending of whatever it is, your time, effort, energy, emotions, money. You don't want to spend too much or too little. You want to balance it out. Smart business decisions, seeing things as black or white, being charitable. Now, seeing things as black or white can become a block, right? Because if you see that there's no gray area or no other choice, then you're kind of stagnating like, well, it's either got to be this or that. There's no in between, no compromise. You don't want to get into that. This is Archangel Michael's energy, right? Protector. And next you have the Wheel of Fortune. I love that this card depicts the cards in the actual deck, right? The Wheel of Fortune. This can be Sagittarius energy, Jupiter energy. This is Archangel Gabriel. A fresh new start or the end of delays. Sudden or unexpected progress. A very positive change in your life. It could also be travel or a new vehicle. This is number 10. 10s are endings and beginnings, right? You're completing one cycle and moving to the next. Fresh new start. Okay. And then the last card out for you is the Page of Earth, the Page of Pentacles. This is scholarly, cheerful, dependable, and mischievous. Time to get to work. Well, you don't have to tell a Capricorn that, right? An excellent opportunity presents itself. Happy news about your career, promotions, or scholarships. Or it can also be a new area of study, right? Learning something new. And pages are all about that. And you have that Page of Swords there. Okay, so let's recap. Buy the book, number 11, and I already felt like this is about the social norms and biting your tongue, not arguing about something. The Knight of Wands, moving ahead, right? Events requiring immediate action, trusting your instincts. That Page of Swords, right? Logical, perceptive, insightful, an exciting and intellectual challenge. The Ace of Swords, right? This is the Ace of Swords. Brilliant ideas that could need refinement. You're overcoming obstacles, right? And then the Four of Pentacles, where you want to be sure that you balance the give and take. That's the basic message there. The Wheel of Fortune, you're moving forward, right? Something is ending and something new is beginning. And then this Page of Pentacles. Pentacles are all about the physical, right? The material things. And you have those two here with the wheel. So this wheel could have something to do with your job, right? New opportunity, new promotion, new bonus, something like that. Maybe not for all of you, but when it comes to Pentacles, it's either about work, home, car, the physical things that you have. So make sure you keep those in balance, my beautiful Capricorns. And then you have Be Community for your animal oracle to close out the reading. You are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the Queen of Abundance. Queen or King of Abundance, whichever, right? So you have Buy the book, number 11, and then Be Community. Your work blesses everything you touch. I feel like this is going to be a very good week for you, Capricorns, with balancing things out, but new opportunities coming in, forging ahead, taking action on what needs to have action taken, right? This could be completing something and then you're getting to something new because you have the Ace of Swords and the Wheel. So yeah, very exciting week for you. Just be careful when you're in social situations, not to overstep or overshare or get into disagreements with people. I feel like that's one of the big things about this week coming up. Okay, until next time, make it a great week. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.